What's up guys, Tony Hannity's here from Lazy Tech TV, and today we're going to take a look at a brand new home security system that is 100% DIY. What that means is that if you have a mindset like me and you don't want to pay somebody else to do your own home security, Home8 is an option for you. Now, we've taken a look at a few other options out there, such as the Canary. There's also the Netcam from Wemo. Those have their own pros and cons, and I want to take a look at an all-encompassing system that is affordable yet very effective. They got in contact with me, so this is not a sponsored post, but they are generous enough to send me their ultra secure starter kit as well as their Twist HD camera. Well, we'll get into the specificities of what those are, but their home security starter kit comes with almost everything under the sun. You've got the Minicube HD camera, a security shuttle, which we'll talk about what that means, 2 door/window sensors, depending on where you want to place it, an infrared motion sensor, and if you want to go analog, 1 keychain. That's right, still got a keychain. The main focus here is the security shuttle. So with the Canary and with the Netcam and with others that are out there, you connect to your Wi-Fi, and assumingly that your Wi-Fi is secure, you know, and you've changed the password and everything, I hope you've changed the password, you should be fine. But there's still ways around getting it. Wi-Fi sniffing, things of that nature, and just, you know, low-level encryption. So the security shuttle has bank-level security, which includes cloud communication, encryption, very important to me, dual firewall, reserve router, and bridge for you having the ability to connect to multiple protocols. And we know there's a lot of protocols out there. And this system is 100% DIY. A lot of other security systems that you may purchase in the past have had you pair the base to the camera, to something else, to your phone, and it's a long, arduous process because you got to do it for every single one of them. Well, Home8 did most of the hard work for you, because as long as you plug these things into the wall and you've activated the base station to your phone, you're done. Everything's already prepared. It's pretty cool. Now, when I was setting everything up, there was one thing that was really irritating. It's the physical hardware. Not that it's plasticky or cheap, although it is kind of plasticky and cheap. It's the limitation of the connections that they give you. So first off, this is a 6-foot USB cable. And if you know anything about security cameras, you're not going to place these just on your desk or so. You're going to put them in the corner. You're going to put them all the way up so you can see everything. But with only 6 feet of USB cabling for power, that's just not enough. That's a big issue. The other issue I have is this power block. Now, I'm no electrical engineer, so I don't really know how these things are made, but just as a consumer, I'll tell you this. Putting the USB plug on the side, like this, at a right angle, is horrific. It's a terrible idea. Now, the reason why is the way that these prongs are set. The way that the prongs are set in most power strips, this has to go parallel to the power strip, meaning that this part is covering other plugs. So I have to put it at the end of the power strip if I'm using a power strip, which for the most part, I'm going to be using a power strip. And this right angle connection is for all of them, for the Twist HD cam, for the base station, the shuttle, all of it. And I got to tell you, I had hell of a time trying to figure out the configurations of all the other plugs just to get these plugs in to the power. My remedy is pretty simple. You just put it on top. Just place it on top, or turn it this way so I can still put it on the side, but it can go perpendicular to the power strip so it's not in the way of the other plugs. Just a thought, but yeah, I need a USB extension cord so I can connect these cameras. So obviously, that's one reason I haven't connected that camera. One really good thing about the cameras is that they have two-way radio, so you can speak to the people that you're seeing in the camera, and there's a mic so they can speak back to you, so you can talk through the application on your phone, iOS or Android, whichever. I wish there was a universal application on Windows so I could have it on my Surface as well too, similar to what Ring Video Doorbell has done. Very, very useful when I have my Surface out on the go, but Just a thought as well too. However, when you are using the microphone and speaker of the Mini Cube, well, it's really tiny. The speaker is on the bottom and on the back side of the bottom. So if this is facing out like this and I'm talking to you, there's no volume control or anything, so I have to speak up in order for you to hear me. And the microphone can pick you up pretty well, but it's still a little scratchy. On the Twist HD cam, however, the speaker is right in the front, so I had no problem hearing the person. They had no problem hearing me when we were conversing. And the other nice thing about it too, when you're talking about speakers and mics and loud sounds, well, should you set off the alarm due to the motion detector or the manual controls, because you can do that from the application, it's a pretty loud alarm. And at least on the Twist HD cam, the camera itself sets off an alarm, and then the base station, the shuttle, has its own alarm. So you hear it in two places. Kind of loud. Definitely annoying. Get out of my house. Because everything is already paired up and ready to go, there's very little setup that you have to do. You just have to get your hands dirty and, well, actually do the installation. And I'm going to do this afterwards. But when I set up the Twist HD cam, this was the camera that I was most excited about. The reason is this has a viewing angle of maybe about 160 degrees. It gets a lot, and you're going to see pretty much the whole room depending on where you place it. But what if you had the option to see 360 degrees all around? Well, that's what the Twist HD camera does. The camera itself turns. And you have control over that, or it turns based off of motion. But when you have control of that on the application, you can follow the person and you can see where they are, and you can record it all within the application, or you could store it on the camera, or you could store it on your phone. It's really, really cool. But while controlling the Twist cam on my phone, I did notice there was some latency. Like I would hit the arrow left or right to turn the camera and it wouldn't do anything. And then 5 seconds later, it would catch up. And mind you, I did that on my home Wi-Fi. So then I turned off the Wi-Fi on my phone just to see maybe 4G makes a difference. It doesn't. So I don't know, maybe there's a firmware update to fix that, but that was one issue. If I'm trying to follow somebody in a pinch, I'm hitting right and it's not moving right, then I've just lost the image. The starter kit starts at $299. You get all those things that I showed you earlier. If you want to get the HD camera, those are $129 by themselves. And then they have a bunch of other cameras. They got Wi-Fi cameras, they got pan and tilt cams. I mean, they got a bunch on their website. Just go to home8systems.com and you can find all of it. I am going to be busy for the next couple of weeks, meaning I'm going to be out and about. I want to be able to see how the system is so I can communicate back to my family at my own beck and call, and I will let you guys know. So this first video is just more of a first impressions of what I think. I mean, like I said, the hardware is plasticky and cheap. It's very lightweight and it seems kind of boring. It's very unimaginative. But the Twist HD cam, on the other hand, that's a pretty cool piece of technology. So I'm going to see how it really is in the real world, and that the next video is going to be the follow-up. So stay tuned for that. That should be coming out in about 2 weeks or so. In the meantime, if you have any questions or comments related to the Home8, or if you have other home security systems that you think are better than the ones I've reviewed in the past or better than the Home8, please let me know in the comment section below. Also, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and we're still on Google+. But the most important thing is find us here on YouTube, Lazy Tech TV, and our new website, lazytech.tv. Pretty simple, right? So we'll talk to you guys in the next one, and thanks for watching. Later.